Hi, and welcome to ShowTalk,
Hi.
where Maloki and
Lower games.
talk about shows.
Awkward.
Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 2, 1 week late. Why?
It was my birthday this week. I had a birthday parent visit.
Not this week, last week.
Last week.
Yes.
Weeks.
So we didn't really get around to it, and here we are. Okay, so Game of Thrones, Episode 2.
Episode 2. We watched it last night.
Stormborn.
Yeah.
And what does that? Is that the castle?
Stormborn. One of Daenerys' name is Stormborn.
Oh.
Because she was born during
a storm.
Well, no, because she was trying to escape when they were trying to escape King's Landing and stuff. She was born during the escape.
Okay.
That's one of her names. So the episode starts with Daenerys and in her war room, talking to her counselors. What we call them.
Yeah.
I like this scene very much. I mean, it was like between Daenerys and Varys, where they kind of fought each other in a sort of word battle. And in the end, it turned out that they both wanted the same thing. They wanted what's best for the people. And they promised each other that if they ever... What was it? If they ever hurt the people, that they'll tell each other instead of stabbing them in the back.
Well, Varys will tell Daenerys, and Daenerys will burn Varys if he
backstabs her.
Yes. Which is good. Not that she'll burn him, but she is different than previous kings because she wants to know if she is failing the people.
It's very it sums up modern culture a lot, actually. It's idealistic that you want your government, etc., to work for the people, and that's not always the case.
It's a contrast to the show as a whole. So I said.
Yes, it's a contrast to the show as a whole because we see the nobles, etc., are not really caring. I mean, the North is one of the areas which actually do care about the people because the Starks always look after the North and look after the people. But the rest of the region are yes, if you betray me, I shall crush you, sort of thing. And also to the current monarch, Queen Cersei. She's like, yes, I want to be in power. I don't give a shit. She's about the people. So it's a big contrast, Daenerys and Cersei, and I think that shows up very much during the conversation.
But yeah, they were really clearing the air because Varys has seemed like the kind of person that will turn the cape to the wind, so to speak.
Turn tail, turn coat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's already done that, in fact, with Aerys the Mad, when he turned and helped out Robert Baratheon, and then again he turned and then turned on Robert Baratheon to kill him.
But he didn't really kill him though.
Not directly, but he kind of worked for Cersei for a little bit.
Oh yeah. But it kind of feels like this episode connects a lot back to season 1. And this isn't the only case, actually. And we'll see more of that through the show. Through what we have to talk about. You don't have a timer on. Okay, great.
Yeah, we have one right there.
Okay, cool.
Solid.
Okay. And then we have Cersei versus the North.
Oh, in her big throne room talking talking to like half of the people from Highgarden, half the High Lords from Highgarden, led by Lord Tarley, who's one of the big houses in Highgarden. Yeah, she's trying to convince them to come over to her side, and that fighting for the rightful queen, Cersei, and not for Daenerys and the Savages and the Mad King's daughter. She twists the story in her favor, I believe, but like Tarly isn't. He doesn't really fall for it, and he's sort of like a man of honor, like Eddard Stark.
Mm.
I mean, he pledged his allegiance to Highgarden, and Highgarden is kind of like against the throne now, against Cersei. So it leads on to the scene with Jaime talking to Tarly, having a little talk afterwards. You know, thank you for coming. This feels like the real talk.
Mm.
You know, Jaime's being honest, like you know what it is. We need you to help. And then comes the bribe, you know, Warden of Highgarden or whatever the area is called.
Yeah, he would put him like in the vanguard, right? Or like the leader of the armies somehow.
No. Tarly he leads the vanguard for Highgarden usually in big battles, which is a very high honored position. But
Jaime wanted to have him in such a position continuously, right?
No, he offered to be a military council or something like that. Okay. I think, and also he offered the Highgarden seat to him when they won actually the fight. I think it shows like how Jaime has like evolved in character. He's more mature. He's taken more of a position of command, trying to play the Game of Thrones, so to say.
Yeah, and this then in particular compared to Daenerys talking with Varys was that it's very Game of Thrones. That it's like the Game of Thrones. Like that is. A saying that only comes up so often, and I think it did come up in this episode, and I think
the saying
Tyrion says it again.
You either play the Game of Thrones or you die.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah.
And I think he is the only one that's actually said it through the show.
Tyrion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. But okay, so to add some context, who is Tarly?
He's one of the high houses of Highgarden.
And who is he related to?
You mean Samuel Tarly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we never really talk of Sam in his full capacity. Even though they were there in the end of last season, I get.
I don't think the backstory of Sam Tarly was mentioned throughout the TV series. But Samuel Tarly was forced to take the black and you know, was it like forsaken for like give up all his titles and land because he was the firstborn of Lord Tarly.
Yeah.
And he was forced to by his father because Samwell is a craven, a coward, as you saw in the first few seasons. But I mean, he's changed now. He's much braver, as we see in this episode.
Yeah. Should we talk about his scene then?
Yeah.
His major scenes. So, Sam is in the Citadel still. And at the end of last episode, he found... Is it Ser Jorah?
Ser Jorah, yeah. Ser Jorah Mormont. He's a knight.
And he realized who it was. I don't know when he realized.
When he asked for his name.
Oh, yeah.
When he heard the name Mormont.
And for context, Mormont was also High Commander at Castle Black.
Well, High Commander
when
of the Night's Watch.
When Sam came there. So they had like a connection.
In essence, like I feel that Lord Mormont of the Night's Watch kind of is a father figure to Sam, because after being at the Night's Watch, been shaped by the Night's Watch, he's become a different man. So he wants to help out his son, Joromomo. He's like his little bookworm. He's been reading these books and he's found a cure, but the Meisters won't listen to him. And what does he do? He takes a big risk and sneaks into Joromomo's quarantine room.
Yeah.
And then performs the operation. This, I felt like before I saw what they actually did, I was like, there's two things that could happen. It was either going to be magic, because we've already seen magic in the show, and I know it exists in the book. Or two, he's going to slice off the grayscale. Kind of disappointed it's not magic. I feel the show's gone away from that sort of thing. Par dragons, obviously. But yeah, he slices. The treatment is to slice off the grayscale.
And put on ointment.
Yeah, we assumed to put on the ointment.
He said to put on ointment, and he had it with him too.
But I felt the scene was very well acted. I cringed throughout the scene. Yeah, imagine cutting off your skin. Literally what they were doing. It was very... It portrayed the brutalness.
While we're at the Citadel with the Meisters, there's something you're missing from the book, right? A specific scene with Sam and at the Citadel.
You mean the thing about the dragon candle?
Yeah.
It's not specifically with Sam, but like...
Okay.
Anyone who is... to become a Meister, you need to take a test. And the test is to spend a night watching this candle, this dragon candle. And you know... tell people if it got lit, because the candle is meant to represent if there are dragons in the world of Westeros. And obviously the candle will never light, and it's a test of patience. But now that there are dragons, this candle should be lit. But this particular like lore is not really mentioned in the TV series.
Not really used, yeah.
No, I don't think it's very useful either.
No,
it also
not
links a
at
bit
this
with
point.
magic, to be honest.
Yeah. But it would have been it would have been an interesting perspective, because we didn't really know. We didn't really know much about the Citadel and the Maesters, like the training of the Maester, and there were only rumors of the dragons. We didn't actually no one had really seen them.
Very few people in Westeros still have yet seen.
Yeah, exactly. So having that scene could have maybe improved the coming of Daenerys too.
Yeah, I guess. I feel it's quite weird. Everyone in Westeros talks about Daenerys and her 3 dragons, if you can believe her. But then everyone's talking about it. It's like, but dragons don't exist. How do you know they're true? It's...
Do you think that Daenerys is more likely to believe that there are White Walkers because she has the dragons?
Oh, for sure.
Maybe we'll find out.
She's seen magic before as well.
She has?
And strange stuff in the East.
Oh, yeah.
There's loads of weird and wonderful strange stuff in the East.
And that's also something that connects back to season 1, where we had a lot more magic visible with Daenerys and...
being Khaleesi.
Yeah.
And killing her husband. What was his name? Khal Drogo, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Everyone's favorite character.
I've never seen her happy before, I think.
Oh my god, she devoured that pie. She met Hot Pie again. She ran into Hot Pie at the inn that they left her at, and she devoured a hot pie and some ale, and she was like the happiest kid ever.
I don't remember them calling him Hot Pie.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, I don't remember that. I was like, okay. But I remember the character because he made the bread, right? The direwolf shaped bread. And they figured out that this was the best place for him. And he stayed there and he stayed safe. And then Arya is like, oh, I'm going to King's Landing.
To kill Cersei? Did she say to kill Cersei?
I don't know if she said to kill the queen, but he at least has time to say, he has time to say to her that the Jon Snow is king of the North.
Yeah.
And she must have thought everyone was dead.
No, the conversation went like, why are you not going to Winterfell? And she's like, the Boltons sold Winterfell. And then he's like, the Boltons are dead. And she's like, what? The Boltons are dead? Who rules Winterfell? And it's like, Jon Snow is king of the North.
The Battle of the Bastards. Yeah.
Yeah, he came down from the wall. Took back Winterfell, the Battle of the Bastards. And she's like, what? Oh my god. And she sort of goes like warrior-eyed. It's like, then why is my family still alive? Sort of thing.
But we didn't really hear mention of Sansa.
No.
So we don't know if she found out that Sansa's alive as well, or if no one knows. It's a bit confusing.
I think she still assumes Sansa is dead.
Yeah. And then she meets her wolf, which was a bit disappointing.
She gets ambushed by the wolves and her direwolf, Nymeria. Yeah, she sort of recognized her.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they didn't attack.
They didn't eat her.
Yeah.
So.
But then she walks away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a sad scene, and I kind of like the scene because it's like, yeah, everything's back to normal, but not quite. You know, you're not gonna come home with your direwolf.
Yeah.
Which you left with your best friend. Yeah, that's very sad. Maybe
we'll. But it does mean like, oh, it's still out there. It hasn't died. It's like it's also like connecting back to season 1.
Yeah,
true. It was a lot of throwbacks, like just going full circle in a way.
I would have loved for like Nymeria to be like, yeah, it's Arya, yeah, and then she rides the giant direwolf back to Winterfell.
But I'm thinking
that would have been so epic.
As she goes north, maybe.
The wolf follows her?
Yeah, or something like maybe she'll get saved from something bad, and the wolf will, because the wolf just like kept. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out tonight because we're gonna watch the next episode and then make another video.
So towards the end, the ships of Greyjoy sailing towards Dawn, ambushed.
And this is actually a bit. It's Daenerys' team, so to say, and they are going to Dorne to get more fighters. To
get the Dornish army to siege King's Landing. Yeah, her battle plan.
So while they may not be losing the army, they're losing the people they're supposed to lead the army.
She lost her navy.
Yeah.
Well, half her ships.
And I think after the scene with Olenna and Daenerys and the other two women leaders, of Greyjoys and those. Yeah. So after where she is like, oh, but you're just sending out our troops, and our troops are gonna get like decimated or whatever. But Daenerys did explain what her troops were gonna do. Because they were going to lay siege to...
The Unsullied were going to lay siege to Castle Rock, the house of Lannister, which is quite far away from King's Landing. Yeah. So you're kind of separating their forces. You're going to siege Castle Rock, you're going to siege King's Landing.
Yeah. But now she kind of lost the people that were going to siege King's Landing. And I don't know if will this be enough for Euron as a gift to Cersei? If they come, because they did keep some of them alive.
True, she kept the Dornish alive, and if the Dornish army joined sides with Cersei, and then it's only Highgarden laying siege, Highgarden's going to get trapped because Dorne is to the south of Highgarden, and if they siege King's Landing, they'll be sieged from two sides. To be honest. Yeah. But the scene with the Ironborn being attacking each other, literally attacking each other.
How did you feel about the fighting?
The fighting was okay. The ship fighting was okay. The boarding was
pretty cool,
extravagant. Not something I expect of the Ironborn. I feel they are much simple folk, much poorer folk. And the ships that are shown in the TV show are like so magnificent and glamorous. But it was a good scene for what it was.
Yeah, I was thinking about like how maybe they built up on Euron's experience out sailing on the oceans and different fleets. Maybe he picked up like details how to build a good armada, and then use that when they had to build new ships, because the others had taken like his niece and nephew had taken all the good ships and run away, and now he destroys those ships basically. And who jumps overboard?
Oh, Fionn. He gets like a bit of PTSD, sadly. And he's like, all this fighting, all this like mutilation, you know, chopping off heads and stuff is like triggering him.
Yeah, reminding him of some of the more terrible things that he's.
Is it Asha? Is it Asha? Asha? What's her name called in this show? Fionn's sister.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, she gets caught alive by Euron, and is held at Axe Point, and Fionn is like, "No, can't deal with this. Abandon ship."
Yeah, that's kind of where we ended. Obviously, we haven't covered every detail of the show. That's not really the point of this little show talk. But hopefully it gave you a good view, and I hope you didn't watch this if you haven't watched the episode, because that would be silly of you.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so we're gonna give you a spoiler warning at the end of the video.
Totally works. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
That's how time works backwards.
Yes. So I think that's it, and we'll have another episode coming out as well a day later. So stay tuned for that.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.